My name is Julia Meltzer. I'm one of the directors and producers of The Light in Her Eyes, which is part of the Film Forward 2013 program, and right now we're in Seattle and Tacoma. We just finished a screening with 2 classes of freshmen. Well, one of the things that we did at the beginning of the screening was I asked, what are your, basically give me some words that are your impressions of what you think Syria is like.
They said bombing, war, desert. They don't see kids on the back of a bus singing songs, sending emails, playing air hockey. Those little moments helps put the whole issue into perspective, that these are people who, yes, they're on the other side of the world and they have a very different life, but they're not so different from the kids here in this classroom.
So after the film, people said it was interesting that, like, girls go to school and they have fun and they do things that we do.
The thing I really liked about watching the film was that you got to spend some time just with everyday people, and I really appreciate that it was before the conflict.
Seeing The Light in Her Eyes was valuable for the students because it is so apropos to what's going on in the world right now with Syria.
The Light in Her Eyes was a great example of how film can really bring these images to life. Film really captures students' attention in a way that I don't think any other medium can.
Kids don't realize that they already know so much about culture that when they look at someone else's culture, they gain an appreciation in a way through a film and someone telling a story like The Light in Her Eyes that they could never get from a textbook or from me.
A student can read about everyday life in another country, but actually getting to see it, they really can see the similarities, and they can also see the differences. It gives them, I think, a easier way to connect.
I think the takeaway for the kids is to see just how another culture educates their children, especially in this case the girls.
I am just kind of blown away by how engaged the audiences are, how much they know about the subject beforehand, which is generally not true of a lot of American audiences, and how much people want to talk. It's always important as a filmmaker to reach out to other audiences and recognize that your film resonates with people who are much younger, who are in the process of learning, and maybe this moment, like, it could change the way they think about certain things. It could change the way they think about Syria. It could change the way they think about Islam. So that's incredibly valuable, and that's why we do what we do.